What's up, guys? What's up, guys? It's another trading day, guys, and we're here to see exactly what's going on. We're here to see exactly what's going on, guys. We have Telegram, I think. Shared this trade. I did share this trade. What happened? We're still in it, right? Price almost stopped us out. Okay. We weren't expecting price to just break through this resistance zone, but what happened? It did. And that's part of the game, guys. Okay, so what do we have today? Let's look at, just tell me in the comment section, where are you streaming from? Thanks for joining, guys. I'm so happy because some of you are always prompt, ready to join me whenever I'm live. That's powerful, guys. That's powerful. Tell me in the comment section. Just say hi, say good morning. Let's greet ourselves. And for those joining me for the very first time, you are welcome. Oh, my Cameroon people. My Cameroon people. You're winning today, man. Hi, Glory. Hi, Glory. Hi, Glory. Good morning, guys. Good morning, guys. For all those joining me for the very first time, you are welcome. You're welcome, guys. Do not forget to show some love. Subscribe to the channel. Let's get it going. Oh, my people from South Africa. Hi, Mr. Innocent. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Nice to have you here today. Whoa. So today, Cameroon and South Africa are dominating the live stream. Let's get it going. Let's get it going. Just keep telling us in the comment section, where are you streaming from? Where are you streaming from? Tell us where your stream setup we had. And this is GBP AUD. This is one of the pairs I love to swing trade on. Yeah. I always love to swing trade on this pair. Just that if you don't have enough capital, I don't recommend it. I don't recommend it. You know, I'm more of a swing trader, so day trading has really stressed me lately, and I decided to humble myself and be patient to work out something, because trying to catch every move has actually cost me a whole lot lately. Okay, so on today's live stream, we are going to talk a lot. We're going to break down a lot. Maybe we might even go more than an hour, but I'm going to tell you guys a lot of things you need to know. Very, very important things. So make sure you stick till the end, guys. For those joining for the very first time, you are welcome. This is what we do always. So if you're not subscribed to the channel, no, you're missing a lot. This is what we do always. We always have our chart breakdowns every day, Mondays to Fridays, even Mondays to Saturdays. But on Mondays to Fridays, we have a breakdown during during London session, and a breakdown during New York session. That's we trade together. If we see a setup, we share together, we enter. But if not, then we wait for New York. And if we still don't have it, then the day is gone. It's okay. We don't frustrate. We patiently wait and catch our entries. Okay. So if you are new, show some love by subscribing. Let's just go straight to the chat. I think, which one should we work on? So choose the screen. Should we work on the small screen or the big screen, guys? Which one is brighter for you? Just let me know in the comment section. Which one is better? Should we work on the small screen or the big screen? Tell me in the comment section. You're the ones viewing from there and you know what you see better. Glory, Innocent, please just let me know in the comment section where we should be working on. The big screen or the small screen. So for those who don't know, I trade key levels. Okay. So I always have some zones marked out on the charts. Like right here, you can see. Let's just go straight to the daily. Yeah. This is the daily time frame. And you realize that I've marked out 3 major levels. Let me take out every other drawing. So that you see exactly what we have going on, guys. If you don't know how to trade this chart, oh, okay. Okay. We don't have a choice. We have to work on the small one because the electricity system in Nigeria, the electricity system in Nigeria is what it is. So they just left us. So we are forced to actually work with the small one. Perfect. This is what we work on. I already have these charts marked out. So this is GBP USD you are looking at on the 4 hours time frame. Guys, something sweet is about to happen. It's about to rain. I love rain in the morning. I love it when it rains in the morning, guys. Please let me shut my window, my doors, everything. Yeah, the electricity system is actually bad because they give light for a couple of hours and it goes off. So there's always outage. Almost every day, there's electricity outage. So that's a problem with Nigeria. But it's a very nice place, guys. Okay, so I'm back on the chat, guys. Sorry, I had to take some good precautions to protect my house. So we have GBP USD. Now, like I told you guys, day trading has dealt with me, and I've decided to work more on my swing trade setups, and that's how we'll be trading most of the times, which means there are times when we'll just be patient, we wait for price to pull up, to do whatever it has to do. Oh my God, okay. I'll have to take off the sun. Get to the charts, guys. Anything for you, man. Okay. I think it's better. So we have these levels marked out. These are psychological levels that I've marked out. Let me take out the FIB, take out the trend line, make my charts clear. So these are psychological levels I've marked out. I've marked out 1.83 thousand flats and 1.86 thousand flats. And marking out these zones, let me show you something. Let's just go to the daily time frame so you can see exactly what happens. It's not like these are the only zones where price reacts from. Within these zones, we still have some other key levels that the market reacts on. But if you look closely, you realize that price reacts on this, has reacted on this zone more. Okay, whenever price gets to this level, you see there's reaction. Now look at the mid level I marked out. You see, price reacts on the, oh, I'm blocking everything. Price reacts on this level always. You see, even yesterday when price got to the level, what happened? There was a reaction. Okay, just that we couldn't just sell randomly. We are expecting price to pull back a little deeper for us to continue the sales. But you see the price reaction around this mid level. Now, when price got to this key level, that was the day before, that was on weekend on Friday, and price even came down yesterday before pulling up. You see, price reacted. Price reacts. You see, every time price gets there, there is a reaction. So those are the measure levels around where price is right now. So that's why at this point we will not mark out all the other small levels. So if you notice, from here to here, this is a very big space. Okay, let's measure it. It's approximately 600 pips. Let's say now 300 pips if I'm not mistaken. And if you notice, I've not drawn just a line, I've actually drawn a zone, because price might not get to the line directly. It might just get close to the zone and stop. So it's 300 pips. So this gap from here to here is 300 pips. Okay, so we have about 300 pips. So between here and here is 150, here and here is 150. Okay, so now that we know that these are the levels price is reacting from, and we all are seeing the change of character here. Okay, you might not see the measure, but this is a change of character, because price was creating higher highs and higher lows, and what happened? Price took out this low. After taking out this high, it crashed and took out this low. So there is a possibility that price will give us a pullback, which is what we've been waiting since yesterday, a measure pullback into this zone, okay, for us to continue selling. So since we are selling from key levels to key levels, there is a mid level here, which is not drawn, but most of my students already know there's a key level, there's a mid level. So we have two more levels within this zone that we should be expecting price to react from. That's 1.35 thousand and 1.35,500. Those are the key levels we are looking at. Okay, those are the psychological levels inside this golden zone that we're looking at. Now, if we have to use our Fibonacci, we take your Fib. This is still on the daily time frame, because I want us to be clear on the daily before we move down to 4 hours. So if you take your Fibonacci from these highs to the most recent low where price stopped, you realize your psychological levels, the levels we are waiting for price to come react from, are around, the first one is around 50% retracement level, and the second one is between 78% and 61.8% retracement levels, which is very cool for us. That's why we need to be patient. And now, when you catch this kind of move, what do? You look at the extension levels, right? The first extension is around the support zone. You see, the negative 27 extension. This is a good level. Now, to tell you this thing actually works like magic, this Fibonacci, that's why I don't play with Fib. Okay, I don't play with Fibonacci. It's something I love so much. You see, the next extension level is on a key level, 1.31 thousand, which also meets up with this support level here. Okay, so these are things you need to understand very well about the charts. This is a whole masterclass. This is something we paid so much money to acquire. This is something I love so much, because it actually works like magic. You see, whenever price gets to your key level, what happens? It bounced off, boom, hit the next key level. What's happened? It came back down, went back to a key level. Always, when price gets there, there is a reaction. There is a reaction. That's why for every beginner trader, your chart should be crowded with levels, okay? So that you should understand how price reacts on every key level. You need to know. It's very important for your success. So for all those joining me for the very first time, I have actually made a video on this channel on how to trade key levels like a pro, okay? For every beginner who is here, go back, watch the video. I have it on this channel, how to trade key levels. So go watch the video and Thank yourself for doing it. And if you're not subscribed to the channel, I think now is the best time for you to subscribe. Just click on this, just go click the subscribe button. That will help you a lot. Okay, now that we have marked out our measure levels and we know everything that's going on the charts right now, we have also seen what the Fibonacci is telling us. Now we come down to the 4 hours to look at what's happening. You see, the 4 hours is already giving us a clean downtrend. So we are creating lower lows and lower highs. Now, you realize that price actually reacted from one of those mid levels, the psychological level I told you about. That was last week, okay? When price break through, it did not pull back deeper. It ended at 1.35,500. Let me mark out the level so you can see. So this is the level I'm talking about, 1.35,500. And what happened? You see, whenever price gets to that point, there is a reaction. There's a reaction. And what happened? Last week, when price got there, there was a reaction. You get? So let me take out the Fibonacci to reduce the lines on the chart. So when you understand that when price gets to these zones, they react, what do? You start figuring out exactly what are the signs to prove that when price is there, there'll be a reaction. Okay, that's the topic we'll be working on Saturday during our top-down analysis. So make sure you subscribe and turn on the notification bell so that when we have that analysis, you'll be there live to learn everything you need to know about trading key levels. Okay, so at this point, what are we looking forward to do? Yesterday, we were expecting to catch a counter trend trade, which will pull us up to where we can have our sales, because the major trend or the major trade we are looking for is a sell setup. We are looking for our sell setups, right? So guys, tell me in the comment section, are you following up? Are you following up? Just say yeah, yeah, yeah. Let me know I'm not alone. Tell me yeah in the comment section if you're following up. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Thank you very much. Okay, now look at what happened yesterday. Where did price react from? From our mid level, 1.34,500. This is it. It's not just a theory. 1.34,500. Okay, these are zones. Look, when price got there, what happened? It spiked off immediately, directly on that zone. Awesome, glory. Now we are in a downtrend. Yes. So what I was saying is, now that we have multiple confluences, we don't just stick to one thing. We don't just look at price at this zone and just start taking action. No. First, the first question you have to ask yourself is, using my Fibonacci, what level is it? Because this is the main high, the main low. You realize that price did not give us any major pullback. It ended around 38% retracement. But now there is something fishy, or how can I put it? Something happened. When price got to this point, there was a little consolidation. So there are times when consolidations take the place of pullbacks. Consolidations take the place of pullbacks. And this is what makes us to miss so many trades, so many setups. Okay. So if you notice that consolidation have taken the place of a pullback, this is where you use your Fibonacci. And if we did that, you realize that price actually pulled all the way up to our 61.8 retracement level. And we did not take the trade. That price has to pull up much more or much deeper, which is possible. So when you miss a trade, what do? Nothing. You just be patient, wait until you have the next good confirmation. Once you have a good confirmation, you log in, you catch from this point, a retest on the trend line. Okay, this is more like a retest on the trend line. And that's where we start looking to see if there's key level around this zone for us to get a buy, since we are looking for a pullback to catch the overall sell. All right, I want us to break it down so that everyone should understand exactly what we are getting ourselves into. We don't just buy or sell randomly. We actually sell based on understanding. Good. So you see, there is a key level where price had the break of trend line. I believe we all can see that. It is 1.34 thousand. That's a key level, which means at this point, we go down to the 1 hour because we've had a break of trend line on the 4 hours. Price has broken above our key level and also above our trend line. Now we go down to the 1 hour to see if we can have an entry. This is perfect. Look at what happened. The first candle came, bounced on it. You see, when we had this pullback, it bounced on it. The second candle did what? When it bounced on it and went up, came down, closed above. Now, this is the third candle, or closed directly on the key level. This is the third candle, which is trying to form a pin bar. Okay, so if you ask my opinion, I'll tell you, this is a smooth buy for us. How many pips? The usual, 20 pips, nothing more than that. So that if you are wrong fast. You don't kill yourself trying to catch something that you're not the one controlling. So what's your target? The next key level, which is 1.35 thousand. And that's a 1:5. So this is actually a signal I'm giving you guys. Personally, I'm taking it. Okay? Personally, I'm taking it. So we have a couple of confluences. First, we have our break of a trend line telling us the downtrend is being violated. Okay? It is being violated. And on the 1 hour, this is what we were waiting for yesterday. This break, for price to break this point, which actually worked. Price did break the point. So guys, as we speak, let me try to take my trade. So guys, I'm also taking the trade. So for those, no. We've already had a 1 hour, two 1 hour candlesticks to close above the key level. So that's why we have to buy now. We don't have to wait for the 1 hour candle to close because we've had two candlesticks close above our key level. Yeah, so that's the reason why you see us buying right now, because this 1 hour candle, we don't know if it will close right far above to the point where we won't be able to have our normal 20 pips, because if we have to enter right up, then we won't be able to respect the key levels and the 20 pips stop loss. So that's the reason why we are entering at this point. So I'm in. Let me see. I want to enter on more than one account. So guys, for those joining us for the very first time, show some love by subscribing to the channel. Okay, let's keep it going. Let's keep it going, guys. And this is what we do always. There are times when we catch our setups live. There are times when setups come after. So make sure you subscribe so that you should be part of it. Yeah. So the reason why our stop loss is where it is, it's simply because of historic data. We've seen that 80% of the times, if price has to go below 20 pips from the key level, it means I am wrong. Okay, it means there's a possibility we'll keep going. So that's why we just respect the 20 pips and target at least we target at least 2.5. One is to 2.5, that's 50 pips, or at times 100 pips. Like right now, we're targeting 100 pips because we're hoping to have a deeper pullback. And yeah, so that is it. Let me try to share the setup with these my guys on Telegram. So guys, for those joining us for the very first time, we are currently buying GBP USD live. So this is a live trade. In case you want to take it, it's a 20 pip stop loss. Don't over leverage. Risk only what you can afford to lose. Don't go in crazy. Risk only what you can afford to lose. All right, guys. So I was trying to share. For those who are not part of my Telegram, it's easy to join. All you need to do is just go to the description section of this live stream, and your link is there. And why not subscribe to the channel, guys? Subscribe. Let's get it going, guys. Let's get it going. Which pair will you guys want us to look at? Since we already have an entry on this, I think we are done with the analysis. Glory, did you see this setup, or you are seeing it now, or you just saw it now? Okay, Sam. Yeah, we go to Euro. Let's fight Euro today. Let's see what's there. Glory, did you see this setup earlier, or you are just seeing it now? We were waiting for a deeper pullback for you to buy. Because yesterday, I remember we were waiting for a deeper pullback. Okay. But does it make sense to you? Oh, please share it in the Octa Challenge group. Tell them to buy. Glory, please tell them to buy. Tell them to buy. So we'll be catching a very big swing trade, and for those who do swing trades, they should understand that when taking swing trades, we don't do this 20 pip stop loss. So you'll see a wider stop loss, stuff like that. It's going to be bigger. So that's it. All right, let's see what euro has for us, guys. This is the okay. So let's go to the daily first. So I want us to look at our zones on the daily. You realize we've been trading around these key levels 1.1800, 1.18 flat. This is a major key level on euro. Okay. Then we have another major key level on euro, which is 1.14 flat. To box around the levels. The reason why I draw this box is simply because it's not a line, it's a zone we're looking at. And when looking at the zone, price might get close to the zone and move away. And if you are waiting for price to come directly to the line, you miss the opportunity. So when swing trading, I don't actually wait for confirmations like we do when day trading. Look at what happened on euro here. Price came close to the zone, and someone who was waiting for price to tap on the line, you see, it did not tap, but it tapped on the zone on the box. So that's how it is at times. Okay, now we have a mid-level, which is somewhere around 1.36 flat. So these are our levels on euro. Looking at euro, like we saw yesterday, we were much more bullish. But now, mark out your trend line. And you realize that, let's say, you can take this, because this is the measure low. And you realize that price actually took out our trend all the way up here. That's something similar to what we saw on GBP USD last week. We noticed that price had taken out our trend, and after that, what happened? We had the massive crash. So euro is a little slow as compared to what we had on GBP USD. Okay, now this is what we see on the daily. Double top. This double top is not just random, around a key level, telling you this key level is strong and will not, and is not willing to permit price to close above or to go above. You see, every candlestick you see here has been closing below. So this is the first, second, third touch on this same zone, telling you this zone is strong. And the last time we had, yes, when we had a touch here, what happened? We break through this level, giving us a bearish trend on the overall trend. Okay, so at this point, we've had another two touches and we've had a break of this, our little internal trend line. Okay, what do? We move down to the 4 hours, because the daily is showing us some bearish vibes. Now on the 4 hours, we have something similar to what we had on GBP USD. So let's also mark out our trend line. So these are just confluences, okay? As a swing trader, you have to take into consideration all your confluences to see that you don't miss a thing, okay? Let's see. Yeah, that it is not on an extreme low. But if you look closely, you realize that we had a change of character here, an internal change of character here, before the overall we have here. So this is the swing low that led to the main change of character. That's why I'm respecting this swing low. Because if I have to now go to this extreme, then we have an extended trend line, which is here. Yeah. So is this what you're kind of? Okay, so before we get back to that, let's look at what we have on the 4 hours. Okay, yeah. So we don't ignore anything. We'll look at every step of it, sir. No problem. We look at every step so we can get every detail because this is money we are talking about. One little mistake can cost us a lot. Okay, so we have the candlestick close above and many other candlesticks acting above this zone. Above because price actually break through. Let me make it accurate. Good. Price actually break through our trend line and we started having some candlesticks closing above, playing above the trend line. So at this point, we see if we have any key level or mid level around here. So we have a mid level, but price has been closing below the mid level, which is not giving us any bullish. It's not giving us any bullish confirmation to tell us price is about to start going up. Price is still showing us some bearish vibes on euro. Simple. We had this close above, but now you see candlesticks have been closing below our mid level, telling us bears are still powerful and they want to push price a little lower. By the way, the overall on the 4 hours is bearish. That's the first thing we need to take into consideration. The overall is bearish. So all what we see here, we need to wait. On this one, this is where waiting for a candlestick to close above the key level is very necessary because first, this is showing us a downtrend. Though we've had a break of trend line, this is a retest, but at least the retest is one confluence. The main confluence we are using is closing above the key level. Yeah, if you ask me, that's exactly what I'm using. Okay, but let's go down to the 1 hour because we had a change of character on 1 hour on euro. So you see, even the 1 hour is not really clear. Even 1 hour is not really clear. So that's why I think on euro, for now, we can't fully make a clear decision. We can't make a clear decision on euro to see if we can buy or sell because selling here is dangerous. We are above the trend line. Buying here is dangerous. We are below the mid level. So for euro, I think waiting is still innocent. What's your take? Glory, what's your take on this? Awesome. Okay, now let's come back to the point you made earlier about these levels. Okay, yeah, this trend line is very valid. Honestly, it's very valid. So we use all. Okay, we wait for clear confirmation before we can take action. All right, Glory. Okay, so um on when trading trend lines or when combining your confluences, we don't ignore any. Okay, we don't ignore any. So if price has to pull down to this zone, it will also be a very good confluence for those who are looking forward to buy, because you will realize that price has pulled down into a very good discount zone, and it's a strong support zone. And if you use your Fibonacci, let's just take it from here, because this is the low that led to the highs. From here to here, you realize that this trend line matches with our 61.8, between 61.8 and 78.6 retracement levels, which is very cool. Honestly, I love to have entries around that zone. But now I am uncomfortable buying euro and the pounds. Reason being that my overall trend is bearish. Okay, my overall trend is bearish. So I just consider this move to the upside as a pullback, And my main support level at the top has proven to me that there is a possibility for price to pull down, to break through this trend line. Yeah, so this is the first break we had. Hopefully this will be our second break, and then the trend will continue downwards. But anything that happens, we simply react to what we see. So it's not like we are praying or hoping that it must. It's not a must. Anything that happens should happen. We are just traders. So the banks, the institutions will decide exactly what they want. Awesome. Exactly what they want, but we will simply react to what we see. So guys, any other pair? For my GA guys, those who took the GA trade, we were in deep drawdown, but as a trader, especially a swing trader, drawdown is inevitable. That's exactly like we could have waited for price to pull all the way up to 1.88,000. But there was also a possibility that price would not get to that point, or price could still react and leave before that point. So as a swing trader, there is one thing we understand, which is the fact that you can have 1 or 2 setups, at times 3 or 4 a month. And now, if price gets into your zone and you are waiting for a sniper entry, you miss 90% of your setups because of that. That's the experience I have as a swing trader. That's why I give myself enough breathing room. I give myself enough time, enough room for error. This setup, we have 64 pips stop loss. You get, which means we give ourselves enough. Why am I selling GA? Okay. Wow, I love that question. Let me break it down so you should understand. So I love giving myself breathing room when swing trading, and GA is one of those pairs I love swing trading a lot. Okay, guys, just give me a moment, please. Okay, so let me just go to a clean chart. Okay, so this is GBP AUD. First, do you see this change of character? This measure change of character to the downside? Glory. Trend crashing. And Where did I even mark those my measure levels on GA? And this is a measure key level on GBP AUD. So as price break through this little consolidation, because GA consolidates a lot, and those consolidations are not less than $100, 100 pips. So as price break through this consolidation zone, I expected price to pull back and tap and retest the zone, so to give us something like this. So we saw it from here. We're expecting to have something like this to continue to the downside. So we are selling simply because we are bearish. Then this is the highest point where if price breaks, we will consider ourselves wrong. This zone. If price breaks this zone, then there's a possibility for price to continue all the way up to 1.89 flat, which is all the way up here. Okay, so that's why we are selling GA with our stop loss above this zone. So that is it. Gloria, I don't know if I've answered your question. I've answered your question. So if you go down to the 4 hours, you actually see it clearly. So you see, this is a swing high, swing low, boom. Oh yeah, you see an inverse head and shoulder on the 4 hours, right? Yeah. Gloria, I can see it clearly. So like I was saying, on my 4 hours, this is the next level of consolidation where I think price shouldn't break through. You get? So if price takes out these highs, I know we are actually wrong. Yes, I can see the inverse head and shoulder you're talking about. So don't call it head and shoulder next time, call it inverse, because it's actually looking up. And this is very, very smart of you. I love that eyesight. Which is awesome. I'm telling you. So that is it. Well, if it breaks above, then we are wrong.